UKIP's leader will try for a sixth time to enter Parliament at the general election. Paul Nuttall will run where the highest Eurosceptic vote was recorded in the referendum, Boston in Lincolnshire. He says he wants to be an MP to ensure there is no backsliding on Brexit. Well, the UKIP leader is in Hartlepool this lunchtime. Many thanks indeed for joining us this afternoon, Mr Nuttall. So why are you in Hartlepool when you're standing for election in Boston and Skegness?
Because this date has been in my diary for a long time. I'm up here campaigning with our local activists. We've got a local by-election which is taking place on May the 4th, and of course this will be also one of our target seats in the general election. Hartlepool only requires a 4% swing to UKIP, so we can take the seat, and Hartlepool, like Boston and Skegness, voted overwhelmingly to leave the European Union. So we're in a fantastic position here in Hartlepool. That's why I'm out campaigning today. You
have no links to the area. You had no links to Stoke-on-Trent. You've accused the Prime Minister of opportunism for calling the general election. Many could say the same thing about you.
Well, no, I'm the leader of the most Eurosceptic party in this country today, a party which has campaigned all its political life for hang on, let me listen. You don't have to be from a local area to be an MP, OK? This isn't a local council by-election or something like that in Boston and Skegness. The simple fact is, this is an election which has been called on Brexit. I am the leader of the most Eurosceptic political party in Britain. Therefore, it makes perfect sense for me to go to the most Eurosceptic area in the country.
So is this an area where you feel that your policy on banning veils, Islamic schools and your policies on female genital mutilation, which members within your own party have been criticised, will have the most sway?
Well, look, you know, I stand on a full domestic raft of policies. UKIP launched this campaign yesterday when we spoke about issues like cutting the foreign aid budget, like cutting immigration, like putting more money into the NHS, like putting more bobbies on the beat and ensuring that our armed forces are equipped with the best weapons possible.
Yes, there are policies coming out of your party.
Let me finish. No, hang on, let me finish.
Okay.
I make no apology for what I said last Monday about, for example, the veil. I believe if you want to enjoy the full fruits of British society, then you must be prepared to show your face in a public place.
And policies, except policies that have come out of the BNP playbook?
Well, no, it hasn't come out of the BNP playbook at all. In fact, it's strange, isn't it? The only people who've accused me of this is Sky News. You did it to me last Sunday. It was UKIP policy back in 2010. This is something we've spoken about over many years, and indeed it's also the policy of France, Belgium, Bulgaria, the city of Barcelona, and indeed a number of other European countries such as Austria, Germany, Holland, and many more are looking at imposing this kind of ban. It's going to happen all over the EU eventually. We can either be on the curve or behind it, and I want UKIP to lead on this issue.
Mr Nuttall, you've for time and again have been questioned about your integrity and claims about Hillsborough. This has dogged you for some time. Other claims about your professional experience. Is what you're saying going to be enough to sway the voters in this area where you're standing, or is it going to be the same as we saw with the election in Stoke?
I mean, that's just there's no point looking back on this. I failed to check something which went up on my website. I mean, we need to put this into perspective. What this is about is me going into a battle in Boston and Skegness as the leader of the most Eurosceptic political party in Britain, an area where we've got a good number of councillors. We've got a good active branch who specifically asked me to be the candidate in this area, and we're going to campaign hard to ensure that a Brexit constituency gets the Brexit MP it deserves.
Mr Corbyn earlier on, speaking in Shoreditch in the east of London, said UKIP's nothing but a divisive party.
Well, I disagree with Mr Corbyn. Indeed, we are a party that wants integration. We are a party that want to bring people together, not sow the seeds of division. The problem that Mr Corbyn has got is he's a throwback from a bygone era, a throwback to the 1970s. And I think that the Labour Party will no doubt be routed at this general election because they don't really have anything in common with the working class people of this country, patriotic working class people. And I think they're going to leave them in their swades, and I think a good number of them will come to UKIP.
Mr Nuttall, will you step down as leader of the party if you're not successful on this occasion?
No, I won't. because whether UKIP is successful or not at this general election, UKIP has a fantastic future ahead going into the latter part of this decade. You see, we do not trust the Prime Minister, who, by the way, campaigned to remain in the referendum. We don't trust her to deliver the Brexit that people voted for on June the 23rd. We believe that she will backslide when it comes to immigration. We believe she will backslide when it comes to a massive divorce bill when leaving the European Union. And we don't believe she will put the interests of our fishermen first. So, you know, UKIP has got a lot to campaign on. We've got a big election ahead of us. And even beyond that, we've got a fantastic few years too.
Paul Nuttall, many thanks indeed for your time and joining us this afternoon.